You know, it's important to talk to the right person, to the right attorney. And a couple years ago, I talked to a lady who had a bunch of questions about a workers' comp case, and she hired some attorney who basically pushed a piece of paper across the desk and said, "Sign that. I won't answer any questions until you sign this piece of paper for me." And so she's like, "Well, I need answers to my questions." And so she signed the piece of paper, and then he gave her like 5-10 minutes, and she had a bunch of questions, and he didn't answer all of her questions. And so she still had a lot of questions she needed to get answered. So she called and talked to me, and she actually came into the office and told me this story, that, yeah, I talked to this other attorney and he made me sign something and didn't answer all my questions. And so we went through some of her questions, and after learning about her case, I realized she didn't need an attorney. Workers' comp hadn't denied anything, and that attorney didn't really need to be representing her. Workers' comp was taking care of what they were obligated to take care of. But that person that she had talked to didn't bother to explain to her that some of the things she thought she was entitled to, she's in fact not entitled to under workers' comp law. And she just needed somebody to explain that to her. Kind of explain to her, like, if it were me, the first thing I'd do is not hire that attorney. Call him up and say, "Look, I don't need you. I'll call you when I do." You know, it's important to make sure that you hire the attorney when they can actually do something for you. You know, unless somebody really likes to just give attorneys money because it's just a fun pastime, there's a lot of instances where you just need to wait. You need to just let the process play out. You need somebody to kind of tell you an overview of what that process is, and at what point does it make sense to get an attorney. And this is kind of where doing workers' comp exclusively is so important, because we and our paralegals, we know what people are entitled to, and at what point does it make sense to get an attorney.